That's how you change the world.
Do you want to play a game? If you are like most people in America, or probably wherever, then you get to play a game every time you go home for holidays. And the game is 20 questions, sometimes 1,000 questions. If you're like me, an introvert that doesn't really like to talk, then this game happens probably more than you like. Now, for me, this game was played throughout my entire life. I'm not one to talk about myself, so if my parents ever wanted to know anything about me, they had to play the game 20 questions. We didn't really call it that. It was just my mom always asked a lot of questions to figure it out. And I'm glad she cared and she was trying, but again, my personality is not to really talk about myself and to tell other people's about myself, other people, not people's, about myself. So I think almost anyone can relate to this. When we're going home for the holidays, even if you do like to talk about yourself, after a while you just see so many people that you're like, I'm done answering these questions. I want to stop. And for me personally, I noticed this about a year ago when everyone was home for Thanksgiving, and the night before Thanksgiving, everyone goes out to the bar, in the hometown bar, and to catch up. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it last year. Well, I went out, but I got overwhelmed, and I was just like, this is seriously the exact same thing that happened last year. It's the same people, same questions, and it was just the same. And I got over it real quick. And I remember leaving and just didn't really care to talk to anybody. So if you're an introvert, you probably play or get to play 20 questions a lot, and you're probably on the receiving end of all those questions. And as introverts, we choose wisely of who we share detailed information with. We'll give the basics, and again, if you're like me, you're probably quite evasive and just tell the bare minimum to get by and say, in your head, just leave me alone. So as an introvert, you're gonna have to play 20 questions. It's just a part of who you are and part of who I am. So get used to it and make sure you know who you want to spill your beans to, and who you want to just give them the bare minimum. So as you move forward, choose wisely. That's all I got today. Have fun playing 20 questions.